welcome back to my channel at the Starlings. My name is Peggy. Today I feel like a legitimate homeschool mom because I am so excited about our curriculum for next year. My oldest daughter will be in first grade, my second daughter will be a preschooler, and then I have a 2-year-old who will be 3 then, and a toddler, well, an infant who will be turning 1. So let me tell you what we're going to be doing for history and geography. The other subjects I'm going to have separate videos for, so you can hear about those in upcoming videos. So make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss any of those. So grab a cup of coffee and let's talk homeschool curriculum. So last year for kindergarten, we did My Father's World kindergarten, and I was very happy with it, but we decided not to continue with it with My Father's World. So I will link in the cards my review of the My Father's World kindergarten curriculum in case you're interested. But I'm very excited to be switching to Simply Charlotte Mason. I definitely see more of a Charlotte Mason method for my children. It's more my teaching style. I think it's really going to be awesome for our kids. Our kids love read-alouds, they love reading books together, and Charlotte Mason is very heavy on learning through living books, not just from like textbooks and things like that. So I'm really excited to go this route with my family and with my homeschool. So for our history, and some Bible will be in there, and geography, it's all Simply Charlotte Mason. So this is what we're starting with: Genesis through Deuteronomy and ancient Egypt. So this is the lesson plan that you receive when you get this curriculum, and it's going to go over each little lesson, short lessons, which I appreciate about the Charlotte Mason method. It's really good for my kids to have those short little lessons, do a drop in the bucket every day. They really retain a lot more, I think, rather than sitting down for a really long, drawn out lesson. So the thing about this history is it's heavy on Bible history, and then it kind of has ancient history on the side. This is a 6-year history cycle with Simply Charlotte Mason. The first is ancient Egypt, and then it's going to go to ancient Greece the second year, and the third is ancient Rome. A lot of that is because they're doing Bible history along with world history. So it's going to be really fun and interesting. I'm excited to really teach through the Bible with my kids. With that said, definitely my kids are very small. So 2 of the recommended books are these commentaries. There's an Exodus commentary and a Numbers commentary, and these are specifically geared towards children. I have not completely reviewed these yet, but I will certainly be reading through them to decide, if it is what I want to teach my children or not. We are Reformed Christians, we're Reformed Baptists, so I just want to make sure that whatever I'm teaching them is true and right and aligns with our convictions. So what I'm also going to be using for commentary is my favorite study Bible, my Reformation Study Bible. This one is my absolute favorite. I have this and the ESV Study Bible. So if there's something that I want to compare or understand a little better for myself, that's what I'll be using, and then I will be just forming it into words that my girls will be able to understand a little easier. So that is our history and Bible. We do most of our Bible time during morning basket. So that is where we'll focus more on scripture memory and theology and the gospel and all of that. So this will mostly be Bible history, understanding the Bible from Genesis through Deuteronomy. That's what we'll cover here. And then this also comes with, or something that you are supposed to buy in addition, is the Then and Now Bible maps. This is pretty cool. So it shows where things are now versus where things were at the time. So I'll give you an example. Here's the Middle East in Bible times, and this is where everything is now. So you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like. So that's pretty cool. Then we'll also be using this Book of Centuries. You can get this from the Simply Charlotte Mason website, or you can make your own. But basically, this has all of the different centuries in it, through BC, all the way through all the centuries AD. So each page has which century, and then which, part of the century, those years, and then you can kind of fill it in. So as you go, you can see, oh, these two historical events were at the same time. These coincided. So it's really neat. And it'll be really fun as my kids get older for them to look and say, oh yeah, I remember learning about that. And that happened at the same time as this other event or this other person that lived. So I'm really excited for that to start filling up. So the other piece with the history part, there are a few books. One is this, The True Story of Noah's Ark by Tom Dooley. That's one of the required books. And then there are two other read-alouds that are required books. This one, Ancient Egypt and Her Neighbors. And then the one for my girl's age is this read-aloud, Boy of the Pyramids. So we're excited to jump into this. It's gonna be really awesome. The other thing you can purchase is this, the stuff they left behind. It says Understanding History Through Artifacts and Architecture. And so you can see all of the different pictures it's gonna come with. It's gonna have 16, it says each collection consists of 16 large full-color photographs of important artifacts and architecture, leading thoughts with interesting background information and discussion questions, and an attractive portfolio to keep each era's treasures organized and handy. So it says, let your child see history rather than just read about it, so they get to see it instead of just reading about it. Bring exhibits from the world's famous museums into your home. View each artifact's details in a focused, uncluttered setting. Encourage personal observation and meaningful discussion. And then it's got a few more. So that is everything for the Simply Charlotte Mason history. Last year we did some Story of the World. So I still have the Story of the World Ancient Times. So I'm going to add in a few of these. I have the book, and then I have the audio of the Story of the World also. So here and there, especially when we're in the car, I'll flip on some Story of the World things that go along with what we're currently learning about. So I'll kind of handpick those. This won't be a huge part of what we're doing, but it's just an extra resource for extra things if we want to do that. So all of that is the history. So I want to show you the geography that goes on along with the Simply Charlotte Mason stuff. So since we're doing ancient Egypt, our geography focus will be Africa. So Simply Charlotte Mason has this Visits to Africa, which is really awesome. It says Your Guide to Exploring Africa Through Maps and Living Books. So see, we're gonna cover different countries in Africa as we go along. And then there's a blank map. So obviously this is for all grades. Kids can fill in what each country is. So my girls will probably not be able to do that part, but I'm excited to do that part. I'm probably gonna assign that to myself because I do not know what all of these countries are. Like, I know where some things are in some countries, but I don't know every single one. So I'm excited to go through this and learn along with them. And then once we've been through the whole history cycle, when we come back around, my daughter will be, I think, in 7th grade. So then she'll be ready for something like that. And the others will be ready for it too, because they will be in 5th grade and 4th grade. and then my youngest would be in 2nd grade, so he may not totally be ready for that yet. But anyways, it's awesome because I'll have this the whole time, so when we cycle back around to it, there won't be anything extra to buy. So that's very exciting. Going along with that, Visits to Africa, are 2 recommended books, and these are referenced in the Visits to Africa curriculum. And these are awesome. As soon as I got these, I just went through them. I read a whole bunch of it. I read some of it to the girls. It's had a lot of, it's brought on a lot of really interesting discussions. Just really, really cool books. So this first one, it has a little rip in it, but it's called Material World. This and the second book I'm going to show you are from the same author. It's actually a photographer who went to different places in the world and had them show, you know, all the things they possess. So you can see up here is the American family. You can see the many, many things they possess, and here's their house. And then this family is from somewhere in Asia. I can't remember exactly which country it was, but you can see how much they have and what their house looks like. So all of the countries that are in Africa in here are the ones that we'll be going over as a part of our geography study. The other book is this one, Hungry Planet. Again, it's the same author, but this has everything that families eat around the world. So you can see here's a Western family. I'm not sure if it's American. Seems like it, based on their food. And then here's, you know, other families from around the world, and you can see how different their food is. And this goes over how much money the average family makes and exactly how much they spend on groceries on average. This book is from, both of these books I believe are from the 90s. So it's a little bit outdated as far as, you know, the pricing of things and all of that. But you can still get a good idea of the comparison of how much food costs here versus abroad and exactly what food looks like in these other countries. So that's really exciting. Obviously, this would be great for all ages, little ones like mine, all the way up through high school. So, you know, that's the beauty of this curriculum, is there's so many family subjects and they are evergreen. Like once we circle back around to this and my kids are older, there's some different required readings that will happen, but we'll cover some of the same material, but they'll just have their grade level of books and additional books. So it's really awesome. I can't wait to start this. I'm so excited about it. I want to start it right now, and I've had to talk myself out of starting our school year in March because that doesn't make sense for our family, but we are going to be done with our current curriculum pretty soon. We'll take a little break, and I think we're going to start our new school year in July. We're going to be year-round homeschoolers, so we can take some breaks whenever we want to throughout the year. So I'm really looking forward to that too. So this is our curriculum for this year, this coming school year, for history and geography. Coming up, I'm going to show you the individual studies like handwriting, reading, and math. And then after that, I'm going to show you our enrichment studies. And then I'll also go over our science curriculum. So I'm really excited about all of this. I hope this gives you an idea of what the Simply Charlotte Mason curriculum looks like in case you're interested in using it for your family. So let me know in the comments if you're a homeschooler, what curriculum have you picked out for next year? I'm so excited. I want to know if you're excited too and what you're most excited about for your curriculum next year. So please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear exactly what you're planning to do and see if you're as excited as I am about school next year. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.